All right, you're welcome to my intentional parenting journey. And today we have the amazing Ronke. But before we go into this conversation with Ronke today, who's been in the inner circle for 2 years plus now and counting, and I just want to tell you a bit about my intentional parenting journey that we started since the 1st of September 2023. Last year, we had same series, my intentional parenting journey, and we ran it for month plus. We started that series because the parents in the inner circle said to me, Coach, you are not bringing the A game to this team the way you should bring it. So here we are today with our A game, all right, sharing with you on the journey of my intentional parenting journey. Oftentimes I've come and share with you about the TIP Inner Circle program. It's all about, me coming to say, you need to be there. You need to see what's happening to these parents. You need to see work that have happened. No, we're no longer doing that. We're now bringing the parents themselves to come and share their journey themselves by themselves, and not me, right? I have my own journey as well. If you interview me on my own journey, I'm going to share with you my own intentional parenting journey as well. All right. So we've started this since the first, and today we're having Ronke on this journey with us. And she's going to be sharing with us what has happened to her, how it has affected her life, finances, marriage, children, whatever it is, all right, however it is, all right, that it's happened. We've had all walks of life of people here, doctors, bankers, magistrates, lawyers, and all of that. All right, so if you're thinking, oh, are you sure it's for people who have work to do? They are up on 8 o'clock. Oh, we're very busy people, every single one of us. We just understand the urgency of what is happening and the timing as well. Thank you so much, Ronke Orekoya, for being here. Ronke is also one of the distributors of the TIP Academy, all right, in Lagos. And you're going to be hearing Ronke share her journey herself. You're welcome, magistrates. Your Noma, I see you. Chinwema, I see you. If you're joining us, please put a comment in the comment section so that you can see, just tell us something you can see about us. You see our beautiful glasses? Me and Ronke came today to come and pepper you with extra colored glasses. That's how we roll. All right. So you're welcome, Ronke. Please introduce yourself and share with us, how did you come in contact with the Intentional Parent Academy?
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Coach. I am Ronke Orekoya. It's a honor to be here. First of all, I'm still trying to get myself together, but I know I can do this. Wow, I came in contact with TIP Academy in during that COVID year, 2020. And at that time, I was having challenges with my son, and I was looking for help. So I just came across Coach Wendy on Facebook, and I was like, this is what I need at this time. COVID year actually exposed so many things. And my then 16 years old son was about to write his WAEC. And I was having this fear that he wasn't serious, he wasn't taking the things seriously. He had behavioral issues. We're just having issues, teenage issues, back and forth. And I was like, God, help me. I needed help. I was seeking help. I had even seen a psychologist before that time. At that time, my husband was like, see yourself? See your son? Then he became my son, not our son. What are you looking out? What are you looking for? You're looking for money. Tell me to sit down and take care of your son. So that was how I reached out to Coach Wendy to help me out. So that was how I came in contact with TIP Academy. And she encouraged me to join the academy. Yes.
Amazing. So, it was one of the speakers at the My Intentional Parenting Journey that said there are 3 types of people who come into the inner circle. Number one set of people, the ones that 10,000 lions are chasing. The ones that are running kitty. So that's how Ronke got here. She was running, 10,000 lions were chasing her. She will share a bit about her son, her handsome son, by the way. All right. I remember seeing him last year. He just comes to me and said, Coach Wendy, I'm like, oh, So that one set of people. The other set of people are the people that said, you know what, I'm really doing this intentional parenting thing. I'm already an intentional parent, but let me even come here and come and find structure. All right. And then they come. Then the other people are the ones that are saying, I don't even know what is wrong with me. Let me even go somewhere, a learning place. Let me see if there can be anything happening to me. You know, the interesting, these three sets of people get in there and realizes that, Momo, where have I been? Over to you, Ronke. So tell us a bit about this. How did it? How did you start? Sorting it out. What happened? How did you begin to get the knowledge? How did the struggle go with your son? And where are you now? All right, let's take it from there.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach. Well, I actually struggled. Like you said, 10,000 lions were chasing me. I was in an emergency room. I wanted to give birth. As if, I was in labor. And I started seeking knowledge. I had to start buying books. Initially, I told myself the truth. I had to come to terms with the truth that, Ronke, this is something that you have to face head on. I was someone that was everywhere. During that COVID year, I was even busy doing palliative, supplying. I was doing Jumia deliveries then with my space boss. It was good time to make money because I had a ticket in Lagos. I had a pass to go anywhere. So when I got the mantra, one of our mantras, I said, I have time to parent my child. I had to shut down. I told you, I shut down for 2 years. So 2022, 2023, 2021. Yes, I entered the academy in 2021. I just shut down completely. To shock you, I even shut down from the church. It was Coach's testimony then about church activities and all that. I shut down. I told myself, this is my family. In fact, I just told my husband, I cannot continue this because he had a parish. He was a parish pastor then. And that during that COVID year, things were not going on well in that particular parish. So I told him I had to shut down. It was a struggle. In fact, it even brought a rift between both of us in the family. But I had to just face it. I shut down from everything. I sat down. I said, Ronke, you have time to parent your child. And I had to face my family. Another one mantra that I actually, ran with was, parenting is first about me and not my child. I was actually seeking help for my child. However, I had to first reparent myself first, such that I had to unlearn, learn, and relearn. Whatever knowledge I had about parenting, I had to just, put it away and say, yes, this thing, I have to face it. So I did all the time, like Coach said, I had 10,000 lions chasing me. So I could not afford to be wasting time. I had to live with a sense of urgency. And that was it. So I started reading books. In fact, I read all the books that Coach said we should get. The TIP books, the unspecified books. I sought for them. I had my copies. I read back to back. And it was as if, man, what are you doing? So at that time, during the long vacation, I went to my sister's place in Benin City, and I stayed for a while. I had to start, I started asking questions. How I was born, things that happened and all that. I started telling me, don't you feel that you are enough? What is making you feel as if you are not doing well and blah, blah, blah. Now, all these coaches that you are following online, she's going to be watching later because where she is now, the time difference is, so I told her I'll be talking about her too. So it was so huge. I felt so much weight and pain, and I had to just sit down and start asking questions from my roots. What happened to me? Because I had gone through so much. I had been traumatized, several times in my parenting journey. So I had to start asking questions, and she started telling me that all the coaches that you are following online, they are all Some of them is not. They are just scam. That they just come and tell you this online. So this one is different. This is a different thing entirely, and I'm going to stick here and get better. So that was how I started. And right now, my son, whom was my major, the major issue I had then, he did not, his coach told me specifically that time that this boy with these behavioral issues, I should not allow him go to the university until he's 18 years. And then I was anxious. This is our mindset that when a child finishes secondary school, immediately we enter the university. I was like, you mean it? I did not want to believe her. So that year, he wrote his WAEC. But meanwhile, I started working on myself, and I was working on him too. I started understanding his temperament, his love language. I had to start bringing him closer to me. So he started understanding that gradually that it's not like before that I was always antagonizing him. But there was a point that we used to fight, physical fights. And the last time I know that we fought, my middle finger, the left hand, the thing bent. I was like, I used to do physical combat, thinking that was how to win the battle. So I told myself, this boy is grown and have been warned. I cannot keep doing this. That was how I said I had to calm down. I just humbled myself, like we say, humility and agbada. I wore the thing very well. And I was I started following through. That first year, he wrote his JAMB. He didn't do well. He did not even score 200. He scored 176. That's in 2021 when he wrote his first JAMB. 2022, he wrote his JAMB again. He had his lessons from the house here. And he didn't still do well. At that point, he even told me, Mommy, school is scam. Coach, I didn't tell you this. He said school was scam, that at that time that he was going to go into modeling. I said, wait, bros. You Coach. I always going to modeling. I didn't know where everything was coming from. But I was still patient. I knew that I started the work and I wasn't going to give up on him and on my journey. So I then had to enroll him. The second JAMB he wrote that year, he got about 186, not even still up to 200. We were thinking that at that time it was about 17. That if he gets about 200, he will go for a medical nursing in Chrisland University. And Chrisland University insisted that year, in fact, even till now, that 200 is their minimum cutoff. Even when JAMB that year, the JAMB was not too good. JAMB even brought down their cutoff points. I tried. The thing did not work. And I told myself, a friend of mine told me that there was this school, Adams College, in Oshodi there, that the school is good for preparing for A-levels and all that, international exams. That's how I enrolled him that year. So he reluctantly wanted to go to that school. But before that time, when coach says, take your children to camps. Coach, that was the beginning of the miracle. The beginning, miracle has started, but at that time, the seeds were being sown. But when they went to camp, Coach Etima's camp, it was not even a residential camp. We had to stay in a cousin's place and we were coming to camp because in Lekki, Coach Etima, Coach Folake, they just, it's someone that you identify in the crowd. So they just picked him out. And somehow, Coach Folake now told me that time, you don't understand the kind of child that you have. He's a melancholic child and they are gifted. It's just for you to understand his temperament. And then, we have gone through I've read the book, we have gone through the seminars on, why you act the way you do and all that. But I did not really understand it so well because this was more like practical now. So during that camp, that's where God arrested him. To cut my long story short, God arrested him during the encounter service. He had seen Coach Folake one-on-one. And, I was just there. I volunteered. That was the beginning of my volunteering. I volunteered in that boot camp. And Coach Folake, and he was even given an award. The award was the most engaging also. the most hands-on, because he was there, he was playing keyboard, and that's another skill I didn't even know that he had. On his own, he started with the keyboard that we bought for his younger brother, and he just started playing on the keyboard. I was like, wow, this boy is actually gifted. So he was there, he supported, he did so well during the counter service. God just, we were there, we were all praying, and that was how the minister that came to minister, when he got to his turn, said, you, because he keeps his hair, said, you, I know that you have been giving your parents issues, but this your hair and this your hand. You use one hand to be, this one hand to be glorifying God, and the other one to be, doing your own thing, and you will be able to, you will go there and you will do mightily for God. Lo and behold, I was there in my corner. That was how they said, someone that was whispered in our ears that his mom is here. It was like, wow. You mean I was there, to witness the life-changing experience that my son was going to have. And that was how it is. But he got it. And yes, I was so glad that God remembered me. And someone that had been trying either to get Coach Ebuka to speak with him. I even called Coach Etima. I didn't want to book sessions then. He didn't want to hear anybody talk to him at all. And he was there in that space, and God just arrested him. And after that boot camp, he was to go to school that same September. That boot camp was end of August. And he was going to resume in school in September. Immediately got to school, after a week of settling in, he just called me, Mommy, please, I would like Mr. Adams to be my mentor. I was like, wow, do you know what you're talking about? Are you for real? Do you know what this means? He's like, yes, that Mommy that is prepared for this. That was how Tobiloba went to Adams College. Tobiloba, I just finished our egg then, his younger sister. And when he saw the transformation, she was like, Mommy, I need to be here. My husband was like, you don't need it now. You had 5 hours in school. Academically, you are sound. You don't need to go to Adams. He said, that thing that is happening to Tobiloba there, and whatever is gaining there, I need to go, there too. That was how she later joined him, and they were both there. And I saw that as an opportunity to actually do a test launch. So that was like a test launch, because there they fend for themselves. It's like a preparatory ground for their next phase. And Coach, since then, it has been awesome. As I'm talking to you now, it's going to resume first week of October. And he told us when this session resume this session in that school resumes, starts every September. He said, Mommy, I need to go back to Adams College. Because when his JAMB results came out, yes, I left that part out. He wrote JAMB and he got 269. We are like, wow, this is someone that could not even get 200. And he told me, Mommy, this result, I didn't do well enough. I'm going to take JAMB again when I enter school on my own. I'm going to take this JAMB and I'm going to make sure that I cross that 300 mark, because that's the mark in the school where they give them awards and celebrate them. I was like, wow, but for this one, you have done well. You will go to school. So he applied for medicine in UI, and somehow, we know that score was a little bit low, so we told him to change to Osu, Agoiwe. That's in our states, Ogun State. But at a point, we started looking at the whole process that this may delay. So his father said, this boy has done well for himself. Someone that's coming from a 0 level to where he is now, that he should be encouraged. So we took the Christian University form for him, and today I can boldly tell you that he's going to resume in Christian University to study physiotherapy. So that is a summary of my journey so far. Thank you so much, Coach Wendy.
Thank you so much, Ronke. Ronke has been sharing her journey and what got her into the academy. Ronke ran being chased by 10,000 lions. In fact, it was when she said she was fighting with her 16-year-old. When she said it, that before she joined the inner circle, she was fighting with her boxing that to the point that she actually injured one of her fingers. I'm like, how do you guys do it? fight with men like men. I don't get it. When parents tell me things like,
Ignorance.
I still beat my children, I beat my teenagers. I'm like, you guys are not afraid. What if these children actually beat you up? Like, I don't get, I mean, you are not afraid. I tell you one story that actually got me really cautious and really, 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 afraid. So when we were growing up, all right, I had this, I had this, friend. So by the time so she told me this story as a coach. She had joined the inner circle and was sharing this story with me. She kept saying, Coach, the reason why I don't beat my children is not just because of intentional parenting. Something happened to me. I said, please, what happened? She's a medical doctor, so she's smart and everything. She said, when I was in SS2, my mother had beaten me. She had continued to beat me. She is a girl, though. She's always beating me. She said, Kai, one day, this woman was flogging me. Omo, I took the cane and I flogged Shege out of her. I said,
Ah,
Jesus. I couldn't, I heard it and it shocked me. I couldn't. And you know the thing, this person is quiet. She's not even like us. She's quiet, she's calm. She's like, no, babe, you don't understand. And she said, that was the end. That was the last. She said, anytime she thinks about it, she's afraid. She's like, so a child can actually rebel in that way. It doesn't make her a bad child. Also doesn't even make her a bad person. But I guess, many of the times, like every other human being, people are pushed to the wall. So I celebrate you that you didn't get to the point where you were boxed back
no,
or
no, no,
beaten.
I did, coach. I must tell you the truth.
Oh wow! Oh
Not
wow!
that I actually got boxed back, but you know, he would take the cane from me and like, Mom, what do you mean? I'll deal
Mm,
with you.
mm,
Such things as in I saw the reaction, the
mm,
rebellion. And I must not
mm,
forget to say the environment where I stay, it's kind of people that have been hit to my house. It's kind of an open environment that I have neighbors. I became a laughing stock.
mm.
That even my new neighbors that will come, the other neighbors, and I say, come and see Ronke and her children. Because he will come in
Wow!
back late in the night. I almost lost him.
Mm,
I almost lost him. He was now, entering, places that I did not even understand because he was looking for a way to get this air, free
yeah.
air, you know.
Rebel.
Yes. So he would just go, he come back as whenever he likes. But one thing I did, coach.
Mm,
I said, I never use any word, any negative word for him. But it's something that had somehow on my parenting journey, even before now, I told myself, I will never use words on my child. I don't, in fact, I don't even have them in my dictionary. They were deleted a long time ago. And that was it. So when we started talking about it lately, I said, all this while you were doing those things, I never used words on you. I never called him names. I was very, very careful. No matter how frustrated I was, that did not come my way. And I knew because even before I started understanding what we call self-fulfilling prophecies, there's
mm.
power in the tongue. And
Yes.
today, see the 360 degrees transformation.
Mm.
I give glory to God. And I also want to thank you, Coach, because you are the vessel that God used to reset my brain. Thank you
Mm.
so much.
Wow, amazing, amazing testimony. The first time I would meet Ronke's son, he had come to Abuja to, volunteer at the boys' camp. He walks up to me and then he says, "Oh, Coach Wendy." I'm saying, so we were having a conversation and I asked about school. He was like, "No, I needed to stay a while, get my act together, and then, move on to school." I was just looking at him like, is it this same boy? Maybe not everything that we're also going to be able to share on air, all right, and all of the things that have happened. But just know that even if a child has gone deep down, all right, you
Yes.
can still, if you are committed to it, help your child. I've said it over and again. What happened to Runke was she was trying. It's not like she wasn't trying before she got into the academy. She was trying. She was doing the things, she was doing the things she knew how to do. And she just continued in it. She just continued in it. But they were not giving her results until
Oh.
she now knew the right things to do with that boy. You know, I remember sometimes she would say, "Oh, coach, my son," I said, "Connect with him. Shut down
Hmm.
every other. Just connect with this boy. This boy is actually looking for attention." And you know, negative attention for children is beautiful attention. So it's either
Yeah.
you give attention, positive, or you give negative attention. So they will rather take negative attention with or instead of no attention at all.
No attention at all. Yes.
So if you're not giving no attention at all, your child can actually become rebellious just to get at you. That's the truth. And that's what happened to most of our young people and most of our teenagers. All right. And so so tell me how this has now affected the other children who are not having issues. You know, a lot of the times people think that it's only people who are having issues that should come into the inner circle. How did it now affect the other, children or child who wasn't having issues or, things? Of course, it came for one person. How did it trickle down to the people
Yes.
who were okay
Yes.
according
Yes. They were supposed that okay, coach. Thank you so much. Though they were not really okay. They were not
Mm,
okay. Just that Tobiloba's case was just profound. It was just like it was far away from this earth to me then, and it was hitting me. Basbos, coach, I've added weight. I'm rested now. I'm fine. I'm beautiful. Then you could see that the worries, the stress was really on me. However, I have a preteen. He will be 12 in March, and I started. It was, in fact, it was. I call him my intentional parenting child. Because I just started implementing. I said the errors I made for my first child would not repeat itself. So in the school, they had already introduced them to music because that was one skill that um, I learned in the inner circle that it was the children. It helps the children to improve their um, learning capacity, abilities, and all that, and their executive functioning skills. So he had started playing the clarinet.
mm,
At a stage, I told him, we need to improve this. We need to improve this. So I enrolled him in the music school, the same teacher that I was teaching them in school. So he started learning how to play the keyboard. And on his 10th birthday, his father bought him the keyboard. And that actually helped him because he's a kinesthetic learner. Learning styles and all that. So that seminar too, that actually got, I had to understand who this child is. And that helped him to, stay on, to become, and it just helped him to do so many things. And the school he is now, as at that time in his, it was in grade, when he was in grade 4, when he started learning how to play the keyboard, the people were like, that school is very, very, very tough. Maryland Comprehensive. That the school is secondary school. That the school is very tough to enter. That children don't pass it around here. That the exam is tough. Coach, this same child, I did not need to do any other private lessons. There was no extra lesson. I don't even need to sit down because my other children then, I was still very young when I was doing my MPhil in Ibadan. I had to carry then. I will carry Ugo then. We will sit down and both of us will sit down. I told Biloba, for instance, when he was writing his common entrance, I shot him. He left school for like a month. And we'll sit down, we'll carry the Ugo. I call it Beru Beso. We'll learn it together. And he went and he came out fantastically well in his own common entrance. But this time I said, see, think that I'm an intentional parent now. I cannot do that again. Number one, my brain is not ready for that. I passed through that stage and I'm not going back there. So for him, he wrote those exams effortlessly, seamlessly, and he entered that school without any stress. When people were there doing last minute lesson up and down. So that also helped him academically. Until today, he's still there. Because I told people also, my friends would say, study with your child. Look at what he's doing. Coach, I don't even know what that boy is doing. And in his class, he's among the first 5. The school that people that come from the primary school, that they are the ones that are taking doing fantastically well in that school. But in his class, he was able to brace up and is able to do well. And I told them also, I said, see, I don't know what's happening in my child. I don't even know what is in his book. He sits down on his own and he studies. So that actually helped him. Then I was privileged to also join, I enrolled him for the Boys Leadership Academy. That has been an awesome experience also. Coach Ebuka has also been a parenting partner on this journey. And not only him, Tobiloba too. Is Coach Ebuka's buddy right now. That's why he was able to attend the International Boys Conference where he met you. Ebuka said, he did well, let him come to Abuja. And that was a huge privilege and opportunity for me. I celebrate him and his wife, Coach Ruth. If they are here now, I celebrate both of you. And the journey had been so blessed. My daughter, whom I even thought that she was doing well, Coach, issues came up. This test launch thing, please, parents, don't take it for granted. She did well, but somehow they seized that JAMB result last year. So my husband said, let them both write their JAMB again. So in that school, we discovered that she was also having behavioral issues. Something I thought that was okay, supposedly okay. And I told the administrator, who happens to be the proprietor's wife, because immediately I got there, when you said, when you get to a school, they should know you, that you are an intentional parent. So we started sharing books. She gave me a book. I told her about the TIP. She was even supposed to enroll for the masterpiece. I don't know if she was eventually enrolled. So she started looking at me that this parent is different. When my daughter started having issues, and she called me and reported to me, I told her, well, she has to face it. That I'm not coming there to come and beg for any child. That is her. Yes, not coming there to come and beg for any child. That she will be okay. She will be all right. And she looked at me and said, your parenting style is worth emulating. I was like, wow, thank God it's TIP that I've gained this confidence from. And we started. I didn't go there anytime to beg on her behalf. She faced it. She was even suspended at a point. And she faced. I said, I told her, see, you're not only accountable to me, because it's also accountable. See, you're accountable to Coach Etima. You're accountable to God, yourself, your daddy. So many people are looking up to you. Even your siblings are looking up to you. So you cannot afford to fail on this journey, wherever it is. When that issue happened, I just dusted myself. I said, Ronke, in this journey, I've become a coach too. Coach Wendy, I did not tell you. I discovered my purpose on this journey of parenting. And I'm vulnerable. I'm able to share my testimony with anybody that I come across with. And that has really helped me. So in the process, I was like, man, you have this skill. So I started it. I just took her. When she came home for doing that suspension, I started coaching her. I said, I don't even need to coach Tima for this. I can handle this. I started sharing my journey with her. I said, see, as a girl, this is what you go through in life. These are the things, these are challenges. But it's not happening to you. I also experienced it, because those people woke me up that early morning. Say, Ronke, see, go and use your testimony, how you went through it, to also share with her. And that opened up so many things. She was able to open up to me. The Holy Spirit showed me some Bible references, and that was the beginning of my bonding with my daughter. I thought I knew her before then. Like you said, okay, Christina would say, girls are very deep. I don't know that this girl was as deep as that. I she was also actually just fronting some of these behaviors. So if you have a girl, I think that the girl is okay. We need to find opportunities to actually get close to them. And that test launch opened it up. Now, she's a peer mentor. If you see her status, she's a peer mentor. You see her status, she's doing fantastically well. Even in church, she attends the teenagers' church in Redeem. In fact, our teacher said, you don't know that this girl had so much potential, because If it comes to the books, I'm a distributor now for TIP. She reads. She's a voracious reader. So she reads. She has so much knowledge. So she's someone that, and she has this confidence. And I look at her, I'm like, this girl challenges me. So yes, she challenges me, and she has been able to, be able to put some things in the academy, in the teens church. She's like a role model for them, and she's doing fantastically well. Coach Wendy, I didn't even tell you one of the things that Inner Circle has done for me. Now I read because my temperaments. I'm calm now. As a sanguine, we are all over. In fact, when I tell Coach Ebuka that this is my son, so Tony Lover is like this, like this, like that, she'll tell you, it's his mommy's energy that is taking. He will have me. So I'll tell myself, that I need to, I need to understand him, and he's just been a child. He's just been a child, and now he has even done fantastically well. He's doing fantastically well, and in fact, right now, that's another testimony for him. My last child, the preteen, because people told them how to make shawarma online, and I talked about it, like you said. An intentional parent is a thinking parent. I have a close to us now at the bus stop. There's a shawarma. There's a friend of mine that does shawarma. Not a friend. I buy from him from time to time. And I just look at it. I said, "These holidays, what do I do? What more can I do?" I met him. For the way we even met, I was buying chicken. He just showed up there that day. And I said, "My son wants to learn how to make shawarma. Can he come and learn as an apprentice?" He said, "Well, why not?" That was how he started, and has been going there. So it's not of him to be playing around and wasting his time. He's there. He's their POS. He's the accountant there because he likes money transactions. Because he plays Monopoly so well. Someone at a point when after playing Monopoly, in his dream, he'll be counting. He'll be saying, telling his cousin in his dream, he'll be sleep talking. "I gave you 3,000 naira, $3,000. Give me back. This, that." I said, "This boy, yes, I'm getting him." So there, he's doing so well. He's learning how to, the process of cooking skills. It's all encompassing executive functioning skills. And also, he learns during Coach Ebuka's boot camp. They taught him how to make puff puff, and he likes puff puff. This boy is the one that will settle down and make puff puff for us in the house. But I host Sundays, what do you call it now? Bible club, not Bible club per se. They start fellowship in my house for children. And during what do you call it now? Children's Day in May. This boy taught his peers how to make puff puff. So I saw that this boy, that it gave him some kind of confidence, and he can do these things fantastically well. So when the shawarma thing came up again, I enrolled him. So instead of him to be playing around, he's learning how to be also subject himself. The first day he even came back and said, Mommy, I worked for them, they did not pay me." I was like, wow, you don't know how much I paid him to also teach, or even teach you. I say that they should pay you. However, you go there, you are there to learn. And he's happy about it. I see him, willingly tell himself, and now he works with a sense of urgency. All the free time he used to have on Saturday, he finished all he had to do, prepared for school for Monday, and went to his class, his shawarma joint. Coach, I can go on and on and on. I can go on and on and on. So it has cascaded down to everybody. Even my family is at peace. So many things when you talk about the peer-to-peer mentorship, it has also helped them. Thank you, Coach. Thank you so much. I celebrate you, Mal.
Amazing. You will see that Ronke has so much to say. Ronke has so much. As in, that's what happens to parents in the inner circle. Many times, they're just going on and on and on and on. You're like, the thing they feel you. I was about to say, Ronke, it's not done. There's something that Ronke shared with us. She shared with us that she came into the academy because she was running kitty with her first son. If you were not here, Ronke had shared that her 16-year-old was giving her grief. And it was during the pandemic that she realized that, I need to run. And, she started to put in, and one of the things that she shared that is very amazing is the test launch plan. Now, the launch plan is one of the most important core of the academy. I'm sure that if you are not in the inner circle, we are saying test launch, launch plan. It's going to be sounding like Greek. But these are tangible things, all right? And part of the launch plan strategy in the inner circle is boot camp. Your child is not inside, but you're on your own. You're totally on your own. All right. So these are the things that this is Ronke teaching the journey. It's not the journey is tangible. Coach, you said we should take to boot camp. I took to boot camp. Coach, you said that we should get mentors. I did it. That's what Ronke is sharing here. There's no abragadabra here. And you can see the result. The results are here. They are clear. And the interesting part of Ronke's journey is she came for one and she has gotten three. Pay money for one and get three. and then I see that even the children I thought didn't have issues, had behavioral issues, had other issues that were being, maxed. There are 4 things that happen when your parenting goes wrong. Is that your children will rebel? Who remembers the 4 hours of negative discipline? Let me see if I have parents in the inner circle who still know their onions. So 4 hours of negative discipline. Those 4 things are the things that happen when your parenting is ineffective. I'm going to wait for you in the comment section. 4 hours of negative discipline. And that was what happened to the other children, right? And yes, Dr. Celestina, we fly by instructions. That's what certifies you a yada. It's not whether, I remember when I said to, Ronke, this boy cannot go to university. She said something, she said, I doubted it, though. I didn't want to believe it, but I did it. I'm not the one sharing the testimony now. I don't understand. When people say this, as if you are giving it Coach Wendy's in my house, it is my job. No. It's not me now. The testimony is hard. Thank you so much, Dr. Happiness. Resentment, rebellion, revenge, or retreat. Now, when your parenting is ineffective, your child is either going to resent you, or they will rebel against you, or they will revenge, or they will retreat. The saddest part of it, Professor Chris is working. All right, you and your wife are doing competition. Well done. The saddest part of it is that you actually, the retreat part is the saddest part of this 4. Many children who retreat back into their shell, unfortunately, don't say it until the nest is made. And that's what was going to happen to the other children. They retreated. Now, the problem was not the children. The problem was not the son. Now, so sorry about that. Now, the problem was not the son. The son was just the one who, symptoms was, exhibited. So he was rebelling. So it could be seen. Everybody had the problem because there was a series of ineffectivity in the system. So the other children retreated. She didn't even know. So the problem was the same. The problem was from parenting. And she said something while she was sharing. She said, my other children have now been able to now become even more. What happened? I say that what you know as a parent is a determining factor to where your child will reach. If you want, argue it from now till tomorrow. It's a determining factor. What do you know as a parent? That's what this thing you're going to pay is actually according to what you know. Her knowledge has now expanded this children. She shared, other, testimonials. My children's schools that they say, oh, if you don't do 1 million lessons, oh, your child is not going to get in. I know parents in the inner circle, their children get into the OLA, no extra lesson. When I say you don't need extra lessons, I'm not talking gibberish. It is because we don't want to do the work. All right? In the inner circle, part of what you learn is how to use that. You see that time and that your money. And it doesn't mean you're going to be sitting down with your children and you're not sleepy. People say when people are writing exams, all right? And then when children are writing exams, you are not sleeping well. What's the meaning of that? If you're not sleeping well, exams, there's something wrong with your parenting. Why are you not sleeping well? What is the problem? Your exam? Oh, I'm not sleeping well when my child does something. Is it your shame? I don't understand. The child does something, it's supposed to be suspended, and you are having palpitation. Why? That what happened? It is the child. My job is to
Yes.
go and seek knowledge on how to help my child, not to sit down there
Yes.
and make it about me and tell myself, because my life, oh, my life has finished because my child, have not been listening and all of that. What you know is a determining factor. And what has turned Ronke's journey around is what she has known in the past 2 years. Now, let's leave her parenting journey a little bit. All right. Or, a little bit before we come down to, the webinars in the inner circle. The webinars in the inner circle will squeeze you and mold you and bring you out. Yesterday at Becoming the Masterpiece, mentorship series, we had a session. Ronke is there, by the way. And when I was done, I've not even gone to that group. Those women, everybody literally didn't sleep. Even myself that gave the session didn't sleep myself. So because I'm charging you, I'm charging myself. That's how I work. Because I am not one of those coaches who will tell you, oh, go and do the thing. No. I do it, then I teach it. I don't teach you what I don't practice. All this, do as I do. No. I actually preach what I practice. There are two different things. I preach what I practice. If I cannot practice it, in fact, I stay in one corner and be learning it. That's what I do. I stay in one corner and be learning it. So let's move a bit. Ronke, can you share with us what Inner Circle have done to your relationships with people, your husband, and also your finances? Let's get on it.
Thank you so much, Coach. I've not recovered from last night's class. Yes. And I want to start from there, Coach. My relationship with my husband was strained. It was strained. And this is like after 20 years of marriage. And at a point I said, as if we were competing. And truly, I was competing. Ignorantly. That's that I wanted to kill. I've been killing myself since yesterday. And if you will listen to this, I in fact, on air, I have to apologize. I'm apologizing to him. And I've borrowed this name from you, Governor. Coach, in fact, you don't understand. And I've seen things so happen. Our relationship is getting better. And I had to humble myself that we are not competing. I should be collaborating. And since I started collaborating with them, the children are the first beneficiaries. Negatively, then too, they were the first beneficiaries. And now, they are my home is at peace. See that webinar? That peace is warfare. Peace as a skill. And I think it was Coach Chiedoze that had this picture of peacekeeping mission where they have this armor tank with a soldier wearing fully loaded with all his armors and all that, and he's supposed to be keeping peace. And that picture did not clear from my mind. So each time that issues come around and that I'm going to steal my peace, Coach, I fight it as if, this one, my life depends on this. I don't take it for granted any longer. I had to learn, and I've seen things work out. He may not be with me because initially it was like, oh, this now you're wasting your time. You say you should not beat children. You see this boy is having issues. I'll tell him, just be patient with me. Be patient with me. And I thank God that today he's also so expressive, but at least he's coming to terms with the fact that my journey is really, really intentional. Has it affected my finance? I remember then you told me that I should leave this money matter. That when I'm at peace and my family is at peace, my children are doing well, that money would come. I kept wondering then, someone that was doing so well, fantastically, I could do like 4 businesses at the same time, all over doing this. Suddenly, Coach, I don't have money again. Even to buy books, to do anything in the inner circle, even to pay for the academy was a struggle. But thank God then you gave us this room to be able to pay in installments, and that helped me. I had to, even my hair is not for the boot camp. I don't carry, I do it, I do twisting. My natural hair, that's what I carry. I just diverted all my resources to, gaining knowledge. And that has been, I've seen tremendous change in my personal life with my neighbors. My neighbors that were, I was a thing of shame before, and embarrassment, and topic of discussion. Now that the one's coming to me and saying, Ronke, how did you do it?
Mm.
And they're congratulating me, yes. And because of my temperament, initially too, as a sanguine, I did not know how to, draw my boundaries, my relationship with people. I was so accessible, I was so free. And you know what happens? Naturally, people, human beings, they take it for granted. So the inner circle has taught me how to draw my limits, how to create my boundaries, and I've seen my relationships get better. Above all, I now have meaningful relationships.
Mm.
Shout out to my accountability factor, Kitty. We met at Coach Ignite Bootcamp 2022, and till date, we've been holding ourselves accountable. I've learned so much from her, even in business. She has been there to also help me. What am I saying? From when things started, falling in place, coach, business ideas started coming.
That's
I was
it.
among the first people that asked that, can I be selling TIP books? Even before the distributorship thing came up. I chatted you, and I did not know that God had orchestrated it, that you're even looking in that direction. And it was like, wow, you mean God had me in mind? I started doing business, I started selling books, other things started coming up. Coach, I am here to say a big thank you. I'm here to say, I don't even know how to say it. I am so thankful. What should I seminar got that did I really learn from? Emotional intelligence.
Mm.
See, that's part of rewiring of the brain. Hey, and healing from parenting hurts. Another one that Coach Ben, that class, that day, I know that class, I was cooking and I was in the kitchen, and he said it was, that therapy session, that no matter what you had gone through, just do this, just imagine, just close your eyes, those sessions were tremendous. And that is where my healing started. I started getting myself back again. And I started from there, emotional intelligence, each year like this, even if I must enroll, because it is the core of my parenting journey. The brain can be rewired. When I learned that, I was like, see me, that I used to be I was very good academically. In wherever I found myself, I found that my brain, I didn't even know I could even finish a book. That discipline to sit down and finish a book. But now I sit down, I read books like Raising Girls, Raising Boys, those are our big books in the inner circle. And I can finish them back to back, and I even lead sessions, as in, even before, yes, that's on that part. Before we started this review team, the timetable for review. I remember last year when I was in level 2, my group, I discovered that some people were not participating. I got everybody involved. We made sure that everybody partook of it in that's my group. When I told them I was going to repeat level 2, when they saw me, they're like, Ronke, you're repeating level 2. That you're among the people that were doing well. I said, my journey is personal to me. Like you said, I was in an emergency room and I had 10,000 lions chasing me. And I knew that when I go to university, that is all. So I needed to go back and redo that level so that I could cross my T's and dot my I's. Those things that I took for granted. And I am happy that I repeated that level. I did not bother to even apply for. No, I think I wanted to book, and somehow the session, I could not make the session, the timing and all that. But I'm glad I repeated, and I am. I have learned, and I know that the children, when they go from here, they will go in these dynamites. Thank you, coach. I can go on and on and on.
Ronke Orekoya have been in the inner circle 3 years and counting, and she is here to share her intentional parenting journey. People come to me and they ask me, I have teenagers. What can the TIP inner circle do for me? You don't know about it. You are not aware that when you get into the it changes your whole life 360 degrees everywhere.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
somebody told me that the first time that he got so through. So one of the things that you get in the academy is ability to actually work on your marriage. So you know, you get into the Marriage Seal Academy. So of course, my husband hosts the Marriage Seal Academy, and of course, we have the privilege of coming to steal him to get him into the inner circle to steal him by me.
Yes.
And many of the times people have come to me to say, I didn't even know that my marriage, was a prerequisite. Having a good marriage was something that will help me on my journey. And like we often say, don't wait until you have issues. Oh. Ah,
Mm.
Ronke is
Mm.
here and I can tell you, do not wait until you have issues. A lot of parents come
Yes.
to me and say, when your marriage is already having issues, you're already in trouble. When your parenting is already having issues, you're already in trouble. So they
Yes.
walk. So the people that 10,000 lions are chasing, they walk. You'll be on your toes. My voice note comes to them differently. They wake up and jump into the voice note. The
True,
people that
true, coach.
listen, they listen to the voice note with, all right, so what am I going to do today? Coach have said, people like this seconds that started when their children are like 1, 2. I'm sure they just wake up. I know this kind of, so let's organize, this thing. And so going over it again, these seconds, I met them and they said, you know what, coach, we are doing this level 1, we're here. We're not, there's no rush. We're not going anywhere. We're going to assimilate this thing. So take it in, put it together. And I was just looking at them. I was envying them myself.
Truly, I envy them. Ah.
I envy some inner circle parents. When I look at them, society are talking, they're like, oh my God, something I looked for with my life and I couldn't get. If you're listening to us and you're still contemplating as you're thinking, hey, you're waiting until your parenting is having an issue or your marriage is having an issue so that you can now come and be looking for help. It is a difficult place to be. Part of the launch plan is join a marriage academy, join a parenting academy. Hold yourself accountable on these things. It is going to change your life. Like I told Ronke some years ago, I said, you see all this money you're looking for. Hey, I want money. Oh, how will I not? I say, ma, calm down. You see money back. You can't even make good money until you have peace. See, there's a kind of you're making you're just making money. It's just money, it's just riches. You can't create wealth in chaos. Nobody creates wealth in chaos. Nobody. Go and check it out. Until you are actually able to access peace. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about wealth. I'm not talking about riches. I'm not talking about you having millions of naira in your account. No. They are two different conversations. All right. If you really want to create wealth, you need to find you. You need to find you. If you find you, then you need to now connect to the peace that you have. You need to now work on your emotional intelligence. Nobody. Go and check. You can't create wealth in chaos. So all these kitty, you want to make money, your family is just everywhere. It will elude you. It will elude you at some point because you're going to see yourself, even the riches that you have. You are going to just, be looking at it. You're like, hey, that's not the kind of money we're looking to. That's not how to create wealth. And Ronke, for the records, Ronke used to be a banker. He used to, coming from that point, where you have, been there. I used to be a banker, so I understand what that means. So, coming from all of that, and then you're not coming and somebody is telling you that's not how to make. That's not what you're looking for. You want to create wealth, then there's something you must find before you can create wealth. So you need to find it. So I dare say that the inner circle helps you create wealth. Yes. I'm not saying it helps you make money. They are two different things. Because wealth is encompassing. Yes. Money, that's the way my husband explains it. I think he says money is like you going to, rent a hotel. You just rent, you have access to renting a hotel. But wealth is actually being able to build. So you need to begin to ask yourself, am I really here to actually create? So that money you're chasing, I don't think you really understand how to chase it. Right? Alrighty. So
Or better still, coach, you chase the money. After getting the money, you now be using it for to be paying psychologists and be paying coaches up and down. And you know
that's
how
it.
much a session costs.
That's
I remember
it.
that time when Sima told me about when I wanted to book a session, she told me the price. I said, hey, Ronke, I could not afford it. I'm telling you, I could not
Yes.
afford it. I said, you
Mm,
have to go and do the work. There's no quick
mm.
fix.
Yes, there is
And I
none.
thank
There is
God for the grace
no
to do the work.
there is no quick fixes. And Runke has also shared with us, peace as a skill being her favorite webinar. I think that's what you said. Her favorite webinar being peace as a skill. So it's usually difficult to really come to the inner circle and say, this is the favorite webinar. I finished the webinar on sibling mentorship last week. A parent reached out to me and said, I thought honor as a skill was a key. When I finished listening to sibling mentorship, I went back and I told my siblings, there's something wrong with all of us. I had a good laugh when she was sharing it with me. All right. So the inner circle is all encompassing, not because it's hosted by us, not because it is all encompassing. It has helped my life, me, like this, the coach. I don't know about any other person, but me. All right. It's a system that it was created for me first, before every single one of you, because I'm a parent on a
Yes, sir.
journey. Well,
Yes.
right? Me first. Me first. So it's going to be there as far as my journey is concerned, because it's me. It's about me, my journey. All right. So you want to key in, you key in. All right. So Ronke, no need to ask Ronke about books. Ronke is a distributor of the TIP Academy. Of course, you know that she's the bookie and in the academy. But Ronke, share with us, what would be that thing that you want to tell parents of teenagers who are struggling, or tell parents of toddlers who are just starting, as we begin to round up?
Oh, thank you again so much. Well, if you are a parent of a toddler, you are in a good place. Better still, those that are not married, that they are still catwalking. I like the way Chinere put it that day. It is time for you to join the academy so that you can gain knowledge. When you know it, by the time you get to married, when you are now married and you begin to have children, it will come in handy and very seamless, because you would have been able to, take it in and you can run with it. If you have teenagers, first of all, take a deep breath, slow down, eh, and begin to learn. You see that 10,000 years agbada? you have to. You have to wear that humility agbada very well. Then when you have gained knowledge for yourself and you follow those daily tools. By the way, coach, I struggle with those daily tools. Oh. And you see the routines too. You know our temperament now, sanguines. I struggled. It has not been an easy journey, because I didn't start doing it on time. But I've been able to discipline myself and I'm getting better by the day. I am work in progress.
Mhm.
So if you have teenagers, don't give up. Don't give up. God has not given up on you, so you will not give up on your teenagers. There's hope. There's hope. Just do the work. Do the work. Whatever it will take you to do it. Like I did, I shut down business for 2 years. But no, my sisters, my parents, my mother, nobody believes that I could do that. So give it all that it takes. You know what you have to let go. You know what you need to sacrifice at this time, so that you can have rest tomorrow. Thank you, coach.
Thank you so much, so that you can have rest tomorrow. It's part of your peace plan, so that you can pop. Can you see how Runke is popping? I remember when I
Ah,
met Runke some 3 years ago. In fact, I'm looking at him like, Chineke, I think your guy should come and pay more bride price, because after 20
yes,
something,
sir.
please, we will collect more money. Tell him that your coach said, man, that we're coming to collect more money, please. That it have reached for us to collect more money. So she's in her pocket season. my dear fellow viewers, you guys can enter your popping peak season if you do the work. All right.
Yes,
So as we close,
yes.
Ronke, share your last words with our viewers and also share with them why do you think everybody listening to you will need to be in the inner circle? Why do you also people are saying this money, can I get it? Where will I get it? What will happen to me? How am I going to get it? Share. What do you think? What do you have for these people?
Well, I must say that it is inner circle is worth it. You know, when if you need to sell your wigs for your children to have wings to fly, I tell you, it is worth it. Join the inner circle. Join the inner circle. And not just joining, be consistent. Like my friend, Coach, um, Coach, what's her name now? Will tell me, Coach Cynthia will tell me, said, Ronke, you've been consistent.
Mm.
You've been consistent. Consistency is the key.
Mm.
You see this that you will join to this year and say, no, it's too much. Oh, see, it's your own, go at your own pace. Your journey is personal to you.
Yeah.
And you see, the world doesn't celebrate your journey, they celebrate your results.
That's it.
And these results will Coach, I could go on and on and on. So it is time. Go and that's now just go and book that slot. Don't waste time. Take your phone, send that, just look at this, the slot things showing on the screen. Take your phone, send a chat to that number there and book your slot for 2024 academic year. I'll be waiting to see you there. Don't snooze. If you snooze, you lose.
That is how you know a true yada. You snooze,
Yes,
you lose. Thank you so much, Ronke Orekoya. Your journey is an inspiration to me. I remember that when I started to share with Ronke, and I said, see, this is your son. He's not going to go to university. She said, Coach, how? And everybody, you know this guy, everybody's going. Why is my own different? I said, Madam, calm down. Calm down. She just argued and argued. But, today, we are grateful. I remember some parents have come to me and said, this lesson teacher you are dragging. Leave it first. Can you focus? See, some of these things, all right, your result is in the instructions you take. That's where your result is in. Forget all these people have said, people have not said. Opinions are cheap. Nobody flies the plane with opinions. None. Everybody flies planes with instructions. You can drive with opinions, and that's where you're going to be on the floor. Driving, and it's okay. People can tell you, move here, move back, drive like this. You don't do that in the air. When you are flying, you are only delivered by instructions. Opinions notwithstanding. All right? This is where I'm going to call it an end today, where Ronke Orekoya has come to share with us her intentional parenting journey. Being in the inner circle the past 3 years, I've helped Ronke to move from the parent who used to box with her 16-year-old, who is now almost 20, to now the parent who now have connection with that almost 20 years. But it's taken her years. There is no quick fix. So there is no, I remember when Ronke used to chat me almost every day. I'm like, calm down. We're getting there. There is no quick fix. Right? So all of you that I say, Coach, hey, tomorrow, today, nah, you're not going to get it from quick fixes. And there's something she said. It is in your consistency. It is in your consistency. It's not today. You're in the yard tomorrow. You're not. Oh, I'm coming. I'm not coming. It is in your consistency. That's where your result will come from. I want to say thank you to Madam Ronke today. It's such an honor to actually have you here sharing with us on your intentional parenting journey. I'm encouraged. I'm even more fortified to go out there and say, you know what? You're having issues with your 16-year-old. Come on now. There's something here,
True.
and this is so, key. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for, touching the depth, of your journey with this conversation. And thank you for being consistent. Thank you for also following. I am so honored to be part of your journey. I am so grateful to have you in that corner, all right, inside the masterpiece. I am so, thankful that you are on this journey. And I want to celebrate you today. Thank you for following. Thank you for not losing count of what thy kingdom come is about. All right. Because
Mm.
raising these children is part of thy kingdom come story. And I am sure that heavens are proud of you today to actually be able to look at that and say, yes, I want to be part of thy kingdom come. Thank you so much to everybody who has, listened to us this morning. Believe you
Mm.
me, if you need to sell your wig, sell them. Somebody is saying, "How will I get on it?" Sell, look around you. I have inner circle parents who have sold freezer. To me, the inner circle, and after that year, they wouldn't have to sell freezer again. That's the truth. All right, because you're going to be able to connect to yourself to now begin to build true wealth. There is nothing like just building from, don't build in chaos. It doesn't profit you. Begin to build in peace. What profits you is actually how to build in peace, not in chaos. If not, you're going to run kitty kitty for the rest of your life. Please do not be there. Thank you again for joining us this morning. I'm going to let Madam Ronke go this morning.
So
Thank
much.
you so much, ma'am. I love you and
Thank you
I
so
honor
much. I
you.
love you so much. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. Alrighty. So this is you sharing and you joining us at my intentional parenting journey 2023. My intentional parenting journey is a journey of parents in the academy that come alongside to share their personal journey. And every parent's journey is specific and very impactful. There's always something to learn from it. We're always here every 8 o'clock. All right. 1 hour of the time in the morning, you can be listening to it while you're on the move, and then look at the things that happens. Tomorrow, we're gonna be live again at 8 o'clock, sharing with us. A parent is still gonna come up here, sharing with us on the things that they have learned, all right, on the journey. But most importantly, stop running kitty kitty. Ronke ran kitty kitty, fighting for years, can saw the effect and the lost years. There is actually no need to fight for lost years. Start early. Start now. If you're single, register and be in the inner circle. It was a single, person who shared with us on Friday, all right? And she shared her depth, the things that she's been able to learn, all right? And that is it. Somebody said, I just received an idea to raise the money. God bless you. I'm going to be waiting for you at the inner circle. Be there. It is going to help transform your life. The woman at the widow of Zarephath, when he came in contact with Elijah, the problem was that she didn't have the container to contain what God was about to do. And Elijah said to her, go and borrow if you need to. Go and sell your wigs. I'm emphasizing on wigs. Cut your hair, save the money that you're using to go to salon and use it to buy wings for your children. Cut your hair. Yeah, I'm very unapologetic about it. Cut your hair if you need to. Roll it with your hand. Carry it like mine. Nothing will happen. Nobody died. All right? And this is so critical to our journey. All right? Whenever it is, do not make gods out of yourself just because you need to be, a certain way. Over the weekend, I was at the salon and I was trying to fix this nail that you can see. And I think it was killing my time unnecessarily. I turned to them, I said, you know what? I can't spend this amount of time just fixing it. For what? And they were like, madam, just wait now. I said, you know what? Leave it the way it is. They said, you carry it like that. I said, yes. Nobody died. Nobody. You see, this is my time. I need to leave now. And I have to leave. And I said to the nail technician, I don't create gods out of things on my body. I don't. I need to cut the hair to be able to achieve something. I cut the damn hair. It profits me nothing. I cut it and I will still pop. When you see me, I'm still going to be popping. Yeah. Yeah. So if you need to do something part time, all right. If you need to do something part time, please do it and save yourself from chaos in the future. There is no need. The same amount you're going to pay for a year is the same amount you will pay me for 1 hour to be able to speak to me if you're having issues. That's the interesting thing about it. And you will find it because when your children begin to have issues, you will look for the money. That money will come from anywhere. You will look for it. Ask Ronke. You will look for it. The money will come because at that time, you're already in chaos. and you're looking for how to save yourself out of all of the mess, don't be there. There's no need, there's no reason to be there. Come and learn intentionally, be on your journey. I look forward to welcoming you on the 1st of December 2023, which is when our next cohort is starting. All right. The beautiful thing is you can book with 5,000 naira and then to begin to now go through your journey, and you pay in installment, provided your payment is completed before 1st of December. Remove that Christmas cloth on your list. Pay and be in the inner circle. Yes, I said it. Quote me anywhere. It's not a need. You have clothes on your body. All right. There are times that I like this on my journey, I needed to pay for courses in dollars, and I need to cut down on whatever it is that I need to do. Oh yes, if it's important to you, if your family is important to you, you will do anything to be able to learn to make them better people. That is my charge to you this morning. And my name is Wendy Ulugi, and I'm the founder of the Intentional, Parent Academy. All right. And I'll be your host and your coach. Do you really want me to be your coach? If you don't know about it, I am the best of the best that you will get when it comes to parenting coaching in Africa. Forget it. You have ever been in any parenting coaching system? You've not been in a parenting coaching system until you are in the Inner Circle program. Trust me when I say so. See you in the yard, and see you tomorrow at 8 a.m.